Hey everyone, John Henry here with School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a possible scalping setup on crude oil. Now, I'm looking at getting short at 102.42, looking for a reversal off of this pullback here. Now, if we do go higher, I will bump this up with it. Now looking at 102.43, I'm looking at 102.44. Hopefully it doesn't go too much higher. This trade will be invalid. But basically what we're looking for here is crude oil as a whole has been just kind of all over the place, but the one big thing I'm looking at here is this is the previous high of day right here. And we broke above the previous high of day previously this morning at around 8 or so, and we broke out of it, used it as support, bounced, used it as support, bounced, and now we've very strongly failed right back underneath it and have moved lower. Now, unfortunately, I did miss this first setup back here. It just happened too fast. That was right at the open. But this push down is allowing us to get another nice test of this area here where we're looking to sell this right back down again. So overall, I'm short right now at 102.44. I've got my stop only 6 ticks away, barely risking much of anything, really. So risking 6 ticks on this, looking at an overall target down here at 102.26 for 18 ticks. So we're looking at about a 3-to-1 on this trade. Let's get this resized a little bit. So basically what I'm looking to do here is take this inside out pattern and be able to just take this up. Now this double top, or this double bottom rather, right here does give us a little bit of extra legs because this is a rejection off that double bottom reversal area. And now that we're pushing lower, if we can break the lows down here at 102.35, we'll be looking really, really good to the downside. Now we may catch a little bit of resistance down here. There are a couple previous swings around 102.35, 34, but once we can start cracking below that, it should be clear sailing all the way down. Now we are looking at a 2 JJ bar chart. So these candles, although it does look like I've made quite a bit of progress here, it's only really 8 ticks. So it looks like there's more here than there really is. So this might take a couple swings to get down to that 102.26. Once we can get down to that area, then we can lock in those 18 ticks of profit. Now, along the way, as we go through here, once we get to 10 ticks in profit, I'm going to lock in and move my stop to break even. I don't want the risk anymore sitting back 6 ticks. Even though it's only 6 ticks, I don't want the risk to be on the table. So once we can move 10 ticks in our favor, the stop will go from 102.50 to our entry at 102.44. But until then, we're really just waiting for a push lower. So what we'll do is we'll come back in a little bit once we get price moving in our favor, and we'll see how we do. All right, we're back. We're coming into our target down here at 102.26. Came down to 102.27, came pretty close, only 1 tick away. Now, because we've moved that 10 ticks in our favor, I've got my stop move to break even at 102.44. So essentially, all of our risk is now off of the table. So now really it's just a matter of time waiting for either our stop to get filled at break even, or we get our target filled at 102.26. And that's what makes this strategy so nice. It kind of takes the thinking out of it, if you will. I can look at other charts, I can look at other setups. We're just really waiting for the fill. Now, chances are we're probably going to come up into that 102.36 area where we've got some of these averages in here, and that's usually where we're going to see some resistance. You can see we had it several times here, bounced a little bit there, bounced down here, which is where our entry was, bounced down off of that one, bounced down from there. So chances are we're probably going to get a bounce here. So we're just giving it a little bit more time here, and hopefully we can get a little bit of a drop from here down lower into our target. Now we are up to an 8 wave. 8 waves are a little bit kind of shaky in terms of how they look when they set up. I much rather see, you know, a 1, 2, 3 or a 4, 5, 6. When you start getting to 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9s usually work out, but they're kind of rusty in a way. You know, they don't really run the best. So our target down here at 102.26, it's probably not going to move much farther than that. And if it does, it'll be a quick shot and come right back up again. Because when you start getting down to the 8, 9, 10s, it's usually when you start seeing price reversing. So now we're just waiting for our final target to get pushed down into. I do like the fact that we're seeing this reversal bar here with a high up at 102.35. Now we just need a little bit of legs from the sellers to get this pushed down into our target, and then we can take our 18 ticks on 4 contracts. Now again, from our entry up here, we've got the stop locked in at 102.44. To our target is 18 ticks, and getting that handy calculator out, we've got 18 at 4 contracts. We're looking at $720 on a really solid move to the downside here. And we just had it filled. So nice and solid $720 in our pockets for, you know, a couple minutes. I mean, it took about 15 minutes or so for this trade to work out. But I'm definitely not going to get too upset with banking $720 in 15 minutes. So that's going to be today's trade. Really nice pattern, inside out pattern on crude oil. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. And don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. trading.com. Have a good one.